Hello everyone, I am back to doing videos here for the market updates, and so the stats are in for October. I'm going to keep it a little bit more brief. I'm not going to talk numbers as much. I'm just going to talk a little bit more philosophical because I'm going to include the numbers in the stats and the infographic of the email body. And so essentially, as you are probably hearing in the media, that the market's slowing down. So of course we knew that was going to happen because we had like probably the hottest 18 months we've ever had. Mid-August, things started to slow down a little bit. That was completely normal. I expected it. I was actually telling all my clients it's always slows down mid-August and then it starts to pick back up mid-September. That picking back up never really happened, and it was really interesting. So we're still actually seeing some like a really healthy amount of sales happening, and there is a lack of inventory. And so we're at 3.23 months of inventory, which is still considered a seller's market. And yet, despite that, the energy of the market seems to be quite a bit different. We're not seeing the multiple offers that we were seeing. They still exist, but they're not common as much. They're just kind of like they're the outlier, and we are generally, the sellers are having to negotiate now, and good listings may stick around for a little bit. Almost often, more often than not, not as much, right? Especially the single family and the average price point. That's still always going to be a healthy market. Condos are still chugging along, but at the same time, builders have overbuilt, and they were sort of behind the times on when the market was booming. They didn't have enough inventory, so then they started all these starts, and that's what they call them, housing starts. Now I think they're a little bit nervous, and the build costs are not going down, and so they're stuck with these. So I don't foresee some major price increases, but I do see a lot of inventory coming to market, and maybe they'll try to find some incentives because they will have to get rid of that. So that's going to help our pricing kind of, I think, just stabilize. If I say it's going to go down, it probably won't. So I don't really know what to expect there. Again, with the months of inventory level, we're still technically in a seller's market, and so I foresee it being, just stabilized. That's my market prediction. But just like a weather forecaster, who knows? There's so much going on with the political climate. There's a lot happening. We're seeing the slowdown in net migration into Alberta. There's some people who had moved who are actually moving back. I haven't heard that too much. That's anecdotal from other agents who have seen that happening, where it's getting to be back to being more affordable in certain markets because of course, the major markets that were driving so much of the in-migration, the Vancouver, Toronto, and those general areas, they've softened a lot in pricing, and so some people have gone back. Still definitely one of the strongest markets in Canada. And so, yeah, all in all, my hope is that it actually becomes a bit of a more relaxed market, that buyers have, a minute to take a breath before they make a decision and not feel like they're competing so much. But hopefully they have options, because there are definitely still some buyers out there that have been waiting for a long time and just really haven't seen much come up. So it's kind of depends what market you're in. So some sellers are frustrated, some buyers are frustrated for completely different reasons. And I suspect that we're not going to see much of a change in that until the new year. Again, it's like forecasting the weather. So stay tuned till next month, and I will keep you up to date.